All right, welcome. Let me share this out. Oh, I gotta turn my audio off. Damn. All right, and we should be good. Welcome, everyone. It's gonna be a big morning. Very big morning. I've been buying a lot of team. I don't know what you would call it. Tim. Freeport bid too. Where's my little Neo was up 200% those calls yesterday. Woo. All right, let me grab the screen here and we'll get rolling. I have these are blue light blockers. I got a couple of them actually. So let me grab the screen and we'll get rocking here. You know, the bad part with this program is I can't share. I guess I have to share the entire screen, which looks a little messy, I guess, from your part. With Zoom, I can do half the screen. But with this, I can't. All right. You know that App Lovin' just got upgraded. App Lovin', baby. Lots of shorts in that name. Stock's up $50 in a couple of days. So all these names that got beat down are going to be soaring today. Look at the letter X. Oh, my God. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Wow. Look at App Lovin'. We are App loving it. Look at that move. All right. Let's go into, if you're in the option pit, we did some TEM calls. I bought a ton of them. So I'm going to be up a lot this morning. I tried sending it out for Shadow Trader, but they told me I couldn't because it was too late in the day. Those bastards. So blame Publisher Nate if you want. That bastard. He won't let me send out alerts late. That guy. Intel bid too. But let's see what's moving pre-market. Then we'll go over some trades. I should be getting an email here soon. Right now, my email is just all spam. But I think I get a real email soon. PC market. That's my cars. All right. Let's go into what's moving pre-market, and then we'll get rocking here. Futures bid. We are bid up. So I put $250,000 into the market on Monday. So I'm very, very happy to see the bid up today, as y'all can imagine. I don't want to say I called the low, but I put my money where my mouth is. Let's go into All right. Do we have light on here? Kind of in the dark. Yeah, Nathan, just do a 4 and 8 variable moving average. So 4 and 8 day VMA, and you should be good. So just do a 4 and 8 day. All right, I got the chat up. Warped options. I think we have a training tomorrow. And I think we have a new alert today. Yeah. Oh, I mentioned Tim on Telegram. Was it only in the option pit or no? I don't even know what I say anymore. My girlfriend calls me Lance Biden because I don't remember anything. Did I mention Tim on Telegram yesterday? Oh, yeah, on my shopping list. But I did it in the option pit. Yeah. Canada, speaking of, how we have all once a week or twice a week, Tom. So, Canada, if we'll take a look at, but if you want to dip buy something, especially with the new political party coming in, not the liberal guy, the other guy, what's the guy's name? He's real good. What's the Canadian guy's name who was crushing Justin Trudeau? What's his name? Oh, camera did move. Thank you. See all my wrestling stuff. Jeez. What's the Canadian guy's name? Who's running against? Well, Trudeau stepped down. What's the guy's name? Pierre Palome? Whatever it is. He's very to the right. Canada is probably going to be an amazing dip buy. So if you want to play Canada, Pierre, there it is. The EWC is the Canada ETF. So let's just do a quick rundown. Obviously, I don't care about CPI or PPI or whatever the hell. I don't look at any of that stuff because you're already too late. I mean, market's already up, so you're too late anyway. So why look at it? Let's see what's happening today so we know. This name, here's one for you already. Already found a darling. Top analyst days, investor calls. Looky who? Net. What stock has been very, very strong lately? Net. So write that one down today. You see any call buying? Net. God, this font is huge. Let's go smaller. Net. N-E-T. Look for calls in that one. That stock has been holding up very, very, very well. And then you got Starbucks. A shareholder meeting. Didn't we see some Starbucks put buying? I believe so. Let me open that. I got so many darn windows up. Didn't we see some Starbucks? We did. A rat bastard came in. A double whammy rat bastard. Look at this. Starbucks we saw yesterday and earlier in the week or last week. The March monthly 101 puts. So if you want a degenerate, they're probably very cheap. I love degenerate plays. Ooh, looky here. In the money puts. Ooh, that's attractive. In the money puts in Starbucks. And then the guy bought them on March 6th. So look at this. So this trader who bought the 104 puts bought them up in here. The trader has been right. So that's what you want to see. And then today, or yesterday, I should say, they bought the March 101 puts. So again, in the money puts. Keep that on the radar. I can't tell you what to do. You click your mouse. But if you're looking for some putsies, consider the Starbucks March 101s. And how much are they? Probably cheap, because I love cheap. About $3.30. Not as cheap as I obviously hope for, but not horrible. And Starbucks. You got that? Starbucks, the 101 weekly puts. The market makers are implying a pretty good move in Starbucks, about 235. So they are hedging for this shareholder meeting in Starbucks. You got that right? Starbucks. Keep it simple there. So Starbucks bears, net bulls. Let's see what else we got going on in the market real quick. The Bitcoin. Y'all see that Bitcoin rally yesterday? Anyone know why Bitcoin rallied yesterday? Because everyone sold on Monday. Even some of your favorite young Bitcoin bulls that you might know, they got puked. They forced to sell, aka they got stopped out. Y'all heard? So when everyone sells, buy. Let's see what else we got going on here, and then we'll get to the real trading because, all right, here we go. We got some stonks, Crocs with a buy at Loot Capital. I mean, who really cares about Loot Capital? They're a little itty bitty. Hold on one second. I got all these messages on my phone. I don't know why I'm getting so many family messages. We got to turn them off to do not disturb. Asking about dinner. I mean, geez, already? Goodness. All right, so we got Crocs with an upgrade, nothing to do there. Verizon downgraded. What happened to Verizon earlier? Everyone was chasing it, saying they're bullish on Verizon. Rug pull, and now they're getting downgraded this morning. So flight to safety is out of telecom. So Verizon, T-Mobile, where's money going? Risky assets. Risk. Supermicro, TIM, NVIDIA, you name it. The high flyers, AppLovin. Risk is fully on. If you're not in risky stocks right now, are you too late? Probably not. We probably continue to squeeze. Maybe Thursday we get a pullback, but I think Friday we get a big short squeeze. Tim had an announcement, TEM, that they're doing Deep 6 AI. What does that mean? Hell if I know. I just care if the stock is up. So Tim, we saw some weekly 47 calls. I bought the 46 calls. And then in TEM as well, on the penny option scanner, we saw the weekly 50s. Was that Nancy Pelosi? Maybe. She's been known to be a big buyer of TEM, or at least Paul is in the options market. So maybe it is those friendly, non-corrupt politicians. Then Intel with some news, blah, blah, blah. All right. Let's go over some names. Carnival. Anyone see the bull flow in cruise liners yesterday? A lot of Carnival calls. CCL on the penny option scanner, pardon me. A lot of Carnival calls yesterday. And a lot of Norwegian cruise line calls. And we don't have after hours on for some reason. Let's turn on after hours. There we go. Norwegian up about 50 cents. So those will move pretty good. So a lot of Carnival and Norwegian calls. Maybe some kind of news in the cruise liners upcoming. Implied vol was pretty high. You know, some pretty big bets, about 700K in March and April calls in Norwegian. So those are going to be, you see how these traders too buy at support, right? You have prior support with volume. You see how they start to dip by? Kind of like me with TKO. And if you want, you can look at a volume point of control. Stock pulls back into support, goes higher. So look at those kind of patterns. If you want, what is it, monkey bars on here? I think Jeremy was mentioning it. Not equal volume. Oh no, it's going to be volume point of control. We'll do that another day. We'll go into that another day. So cruise liners, pretty bullish there. Maybe something to keep an eye on. Let's talk about Tesla now. Tesla, anyone know why Tesla's up again? Tesla's up because the media, what did they tell you to do on Monday? What was the whole story Monday? Musk is bad, right? The stock fell 50%. Musk is broke. Musk is the devil. So when Tesla's going to zero, they're going bankrupt. So what happens when everyone sells? Stock goes up, right? So Tesla could be setting up for a short squeeze. Look for 250. Again, option prices are juiced to the gills. So they're very, very expensive. Hence why I have not been trading it. You know, you're going to pay an arm and a leg. The implied move was 12 bucks plus, and we're up about 14 bucks. So that's good. So everyone is short Tesla, so therefore Tesla will go higher. Remember, just do the opposite of what the media tells you or what everyone else is doing, and you will make money. Keep it simple. So we'll probably look to either sell bull-put credit spreads, do call spreads, or do TSLL with Tesla tomorrow. Don't want to chase, you know, obviously with a stock up about 9% the past couple of days. Makes sense? And Trump is buying one. So Trump pumped Tesla as well. Gotta love it, right? The president pumps the stock. Gotta love America. The president pumps a meme coin. His wife pumps a meme coin. Is this the greatest country ever? You're darn right. The one thing I am a little concerned about is the Russell. You see the Russell's only up about 1% today. IWM, right back into some overhead resistance. So Russell makes up of banks, energy. So the boring banks, hence the boring banks, are seeing some pretty big selling. If you look at like JP Morgan, actually took out the support. So we probably trade down to 220. Why are the banks down? Because like I mentioned earlier, risk on. So you'll have risky stocks go up today. So if you want to look at the NASDAQ, you see how the Russell was up 1%. The NASDAQ is up 1.5%. So you're having money rotate into the junk stocks, AppLovin, Hood, Palantir. And when I say junk, I don't actually mean junk in terms of the company. I mean junk, high movers, highly shorted, big volatility, big ATRs. So look at Palantir. I put 40 grand in Palantir in a note, and that one's obviously going to pay off pretty well. Stock's at $4 today. So again, pull back into support. I did, I think, a 3-year note in Palantir. So I like that one as well. Obviously, put my money in there. And let's go into risky stocks. If you don't know what risky stocks are, I'll once again give you all my junky stock list where you have the biggest movers, the highest risk, basically the stocks that move the most per day. So let me see if I can share this. Share junky stocks. These are the names you'll see rotation. They're usually very liquid, but risk on, basically the risk on list. And right now, risk is on today. So find the riskiest stock, the Hems and Hers, the Hoods, the SMRs, the Oklos, all those stocks you're going to see catch a bid today, right? All the risky assets. Your McDonald's, boring. You see how it's down already? $4, $2. Pepsi, boring. Down $4. Coca-Cola, boring. You see how they're all down? Even my Gilead. Remember, I told y'all the Gilead trader, what do? They sold their calls on Friday, and look what's happened to the stock. It's down $5. So there's no more flight to safety. Your Verizon, your T-Mobile, your food and beverage stocks, they're going to go lower. Your risky stocks, your high beta, highly shorted, those stocks, the NASDAQ names, are going to go higher today, right? Or they're already higher. So all these boring stocks, I mean, Gilead was amazing. It was one of the best trades this year. But you see how it's even triggering a sell signal on the master indicator? So use your tools to your advantage, my friend. Risk on today. All right, let's go to my XXP trade that y'all have been loving, a McLovin. And if you can't do, by the way, I'll show y'all a little tip here. Let's pull up the E-mini S&P. If you cannot do the XXP on your broker, I would probably switch your broker. Tesla is the king of risk. Oh, yeah. Intel already had news. Intel had news with NVIDIA, and Intel news was Taiwan Semiconductor pitched NVIDIA Foundry to NVIDIA. Supermicro is up a lot too. That one had some good calls yesterday. I should have took them in Supermicro. And SMCI, it's up 9%. I got 40 grand in that stock too, so I need it to go up. I'm just talking my book, but it needs to go up. I'm down about 15 grand in Supermicro, but I have a structure note, so I get 30%. It just has to stay over 40. NVIDIA up a lot. Why? NVIDIA is the king of risk, right? Up $5. So all the risky stocks are up. But here's a little tip. If you're trading on the Robinhood, like me, if you try doing XXP, you see they will say, we're unable to find it. Oh, no. But if you want, you could do SPY. That's what I did yesterday on Robinhood instead of XXP. And I will make note of this. I don't know if y'all had this happen. So I sold the SPY bull put credit spreads, and they bought them back at 2 cents 5 minutes before the close. So instead of doing that, because you don't want to do the SPY, two things. You could get assigned stock. B, it's bad for taxes. What you want to do, if you go to Robinhood Legend, it's like, do that. No big. If you go to the Robinhood Legend and you type in, let's say, where's the type in? Here it is. You go to XXP, it has it. So it has your index options. So you can do it on Robinhood Legend, but not regular Robinhood apparently. So just a note there. Even Robinhood has futures, Robinhood Legend. So just do it in Robinhood Legend. Or if you're using like Fidelity or something, you might have to put like a little dot or some crap. It looks like you have to do a dot before XXP. So just to make a note there. So usually I like doing it when we gap down, not up. But for research purposes and all that other jazz, here's how we're going to do it. Or here's how you do it. If you're wondering, Lance, what are you talking about? Let me show you. So you'll take the current price, 557. You'll minus the market makers move, which is $5. Higher or lower? $4.99. So that will give you $5.52. So what you want to do, and if you can't get the market makers move, maybe your broker's like from 1990 and it doesn't have it, you can use my earnings indicator, which is free. I'll probably update it soon. So just a heads up. And looky there. It will show you the range. Ah, Lance. It's exactly what you want to see. So you see 552 is the market maker's range. So what you want to do is sell those 552 puts, but not naked. You don't want to go naked. We're not at the beach. We're not with your honey on a honeymoon. We're not at Cancun having tequila. So you'll want to go when the market opens within the first 30 minutes of the day. And you want to sell the 552 puts, buy the 551 puts, and try to get anywhere between 20 cents to 25 cents. So basically, for every contract, you're going to collect 20 to 25 bucks. So you do a 10 lot, that's 200 to 250 bucks. You don't have to do anything as long as XXP, which is the mini SPX or SPY, whatever you prefer looking at. As long as it stays above the market maker's move, which is 552, you will win the full 25 bucks a contract. You don't have to manage it. You don't have to buy it back. It will expire worthless. And you do it the next day and the next day. We've done that, I think, 6 days now. We didn't do it Friday, or we didn't do it. Yeah, Friday we didn't do it. It was the only day we didn't do it. So we're 6 for 6. So keep it simple in the XXP. My screen is not clear. So is my screen or Lance? You might have to move your settings up higher on YouTube to like 1080 HP or whatever. I don't get to do that, sadly. Anyone have any questions? If not, we will wrap it up here. Anyone have any questions? We'll do a real quick pre-market. Anything new moving? Intel up 5, Supermicro up 9. Tim is up. Tim, I love you. I should say I love Nancy Pelosi because she's probably the one behind it. NVIDIA squeezing. Probably Avgo will squeeze as well. Look at Supermicro, wow. Is 10 contracts of XSP? Nah, I don't really know if it would be. I just don't trade SPX because really 2 reasons. One, I mean, you could. So all you would do for SPX is do a $50. In fact, it might be. But the reason why I don't do XPS is they're $5 wide. So your risk versus reward is not good. So if you do a $50 out the money SPX, let's just say 5, 5. Let's just say 2, 5 for easy math. So that would be, I don't know because it's not open yet, but I mean, you would be risking like 450 bucks to make 50 bucks. Your risk is too much if it doesn't work out. That's pretty much why I don't like it. I prefer dollar wide, not $5 wide. So just not my cup of tea, SPX. And usually the bid ask is a little bit more wide, which obviously is not friendly. So I do prefer XXP. If you can't do XXP, if you're living in the 80s, you could just go to the SPY and do $4. Let's just 556 minus 4, it's 552. And, do it that way. In fact, Yeah, XXP and SPY looks like they're priced the same amount. You know what I'm saying? So you would just do that if you can. But XXP is better. Let me put on Telegram. I need to post some stuff for the option pit. Look to close. God, I can't type. Tim calls near the open. All right. Questions. What else do we have? You got about 30 seconds. When will you not trade it on a greater than expected market makers move gap down? Or if we gap up a lot. If we gap up, I would say over, where are we now? Are we over 1%? Hopefully we get a dip. Ideally, we sell off the first 10, 15 minutes of the day, then do it. If we go straight up at the open, then you're probably not going to get 20 to 25 cents. You really want to see a draft down, then kind of sideways to up. But ideally, it works better in down markets. You dig? Net is expensive. It is. There's really no way to get around it. It's a big boy stock. You could do spreads. Are you selling the same day? Yes, John. So I'm doing the expiration today. Nathan, VMA is variable. Variable. All right. Thank you. Thank you. TKO, I bought so much that I have no more money. Every day I'm buying TKO if it goes down. But I want to build the biggest TKO position in the world. No, I'm kidding. There was some insider buying in it. But I buy more TKO literally than any other stock. You dig? Yep. And thank you, Willis, for talking about the XXP tax advantages. All right, guys, I got to go for real. Goodbye. Adios. Look for an exit if in the option pit for TEM calls shortly after the open.